A few weeks ago, maybe months ago, I did one of my refill videos, and part of the video was my struggle to get a bag of marshmallows into a jar to keep them safe from mice and other pests that I get here in the woods. So one of my very brilliant viewers said, why don't you dehydrate the marshmallows? You won't need to deal with the bag and they will take a lot less room. So game on, I'm going to dehydrate marshmallows. I have this bag here I got from, I think it was Walmart. I think Dollar Tree sells them too. So I'm going to dehydrate them. I'm going to try it. I looked up a couple different places, and the amount of time they are supposed to dehydrate, I've seen anywhere from 2 hours to 6 hours, but I do know they need to be crunchy. I'm going to probably do these on a couple of different trays here because I want to make sure there's room. And one of the suggestions was to make sure that none of the marshmallows were touching each other so there wouldn't be any damp spots. So I'm going to go ahead and start separating them, and I'll be right back. Well, I ended up getting about 2.5 trays out of that bag of marshmallows. Probably would have been 3 trays, but I've snacked on so many that I've eliminated a lot from the bag. Now, these are mini marshmallows. What I read is that if you have large marshmallows, it might work to cut those in half, and it will certainly cut down the dehydrating time. But I just have these mini ones, and I'm going to put them in at about 120 degrees, and we'll see how they go. They should be very crispy and crunchy by the time they're done. I'm not certain how long that's going to take, but I guess we'll find out. This dehydrator, I really like it, but it needs to be monitored all the time. So I'll probably be rotating the trays every couple of hours to make sure they get evenly dehydrated. And I also, as they shrink down, I'll probably be consolidating trays too. Well, I got it down to about 120. Sorry for the noise in the background. My washing machine is on. And we'll come back in a few hours and see how it's doing. Well, here they are out of the dehydrator. They were in for most of the day. I raised the temperature to about 135, 140 because they just were not drying fast enough. I don't have as many here as I started out with. A friend came by, I made him some hot cocoa and threw some of these in there when they were half dehydrated. He said they were amazing. So that was good. I also dropped an entire tray on the floor between the freezer and the cabinet, so that was less than amazing. At this point, they're totally cooled down and they are very crunchy. I mean, loudly crunchy. I'm going to be putting them in small containers instead of one big container, because I think opening and closing the container to get them out will cause them to rehydrate. So I'm just going to put them in little containers, and I'm going to give them a try in hot chocolate in a few minutes. Well, the marshmallows came out great. Can you hear them? They're so crispy. They're like those marshmallows you get in Lucky Charms. After I finished the video, I made a whole bag of marshmallows and put them in a container like this. It's almost half a gallon, I think. They're great. I'm going to separate this into smaller ones, but I had to get them off the dehydrator. I think the main thing is to let them cool, and then they reach their full crispiness. I'm going to use these to make some hot cocoa and show you how it works. Basically, it's the same deal as if you buy that Swiss Miss with the marshmallows already in them. You need to let them rehydrate for a minute or two in the hot cocoa, and then they're just delicious. So let's give it a go. Well, I have my hot cocoa in the cup, and you can either put these in the cup with the hot cocoa or put them on the top after you put the water in. It definitely looks prettier if you put these on top, but I like to just put them in with the hot cocoa. Therefore, they get the benefit of the rehydrating immediately. There we go. And within probably 30 seconds, these will be perfectly rehydrated and delicious, and they are just the greatest thing ever. I'm going to be doing this every winter. So I got to tell you, this is the greatest thing I've ever done in the dehydrator. I want to thank the viewer who suggested this. It's fantastic, and believe me, I'll be doing it with all the marshmallows that come into this house. So wishing you all the best this winter season, and thank you so much for watching.